back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top of the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Washington Redskins. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Lady!
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's 5-7.
Now a play fake. Wentz. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Sunday. Hey, Team 6. Done.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and now it's 2nd down.
Here we go. 120! I'm coming! Here's Jim.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Okay.
Wentz going to throw. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Jerome Baker, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Here we go. 280!
Yo.
Hey, kill it. Hey, 4 toe kill it. Here's Jim.
Yeah. Mike, 58.
Smooth.
Watch the run.
What's your son?
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the 1st quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Check 26, check 24.
Caught left side by Cobb. Sheds off the tackle. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a 1st carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Middle.
Now it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Go, go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It's going to be a long day.
On second and 11 now. Wentz. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Stephon Diggs, 85 yards. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On second down, a run with Breida. Desmond Trufant there making the tackle. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? These two teams all tied after 1. So following a holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him a 1st down yardage there. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Come to my world. We want it. Tighten up.
Now a give coming right is Breida. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check that. Alert, alert, alert. Shit, shit, shit. Check 3, check 3. Kill, kill, kill.
They'll run here with Pumphrey. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Though that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Travis Kelce, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Get that ball. Get that ball. 82, 40. Listen. Go 58 to the mic. Hey, Echo. 58. Listen. Listen.
Here's Wentz to throw. Steps away to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
58 to the mic. 58.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2nd and 5 now. Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Redskins have taken the lead. connects with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run with Pumphrey. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. One day. Check 3.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They run for it with Breida. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now it's Breida, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Bravo! Block motion!
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Myers able to knock it through. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. Looking long for his tight end Reed. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
New England on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Breida, he'll try the right side. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, alert, alert. Hey, alert, alert. Hey, Alpha.
Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. Jordan Reed has it. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak. You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They don't go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, they might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
What we got?
Here's a handoff left side to Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, Delta.
Mike, 5-4, Mike.
Quarter. On that. X3, 218, chopper.
36.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They run again with Breida, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rosen. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. When they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean, they want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the third now in New Orleans. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting them.
And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Now we'll give to Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Set. 180.
53. Mike. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Right there. Strip the ball. Strip it.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
1st down, here's White. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Go 50 extra Mike. Tackles.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Yeah. And 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it.
From midfield, here's Wentz. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Christian Kirksey with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Slam. Whip. Watch the whip. Out. Hug.
Now a give running left is Breida. And this is going to double their room to maneuver, able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Jack with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left side, Hopkins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Janovich. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And able to work his way down to the 16. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wentz to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game.
Next to score, Redskins 21, Patriots 10. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Alert.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On the handoff, this is Breida. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rosen will throw. This is Cobb with a catch right side. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. They run with Breida. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So Hale